Welcome to Chamber Talk, another fabulous show for you today. I want to welcome Jennifer Crutchfield with Erdrich and Erdrich. There's a lot of different ways, a lot of people say it. I'm going to do the best I can today.
I get chastised all the time about it, so it's actually Erdrich.
Erdrich.
But I call it Erdrich too because I'm from Dublin, Georgia.
Okay. And Jennifer, you are the HR director there, and for how long?
I've been there 3 years.
Been there for 3 years. We're going to talk primarily today about workforce. Jennifer is also a chamber ambassador, and so you're aware of a lot of the initiatives and efforts going on at the chamber. We're trying to partner with different organizations, educational, industry, everyone working together to try to bolster our workforce. But we need to make sure folks understand where you are, what kind of company you are, and what you do there. So if you would, tell us a little bit about the company. It's German company.
Yes.
A little bit about the work that goes on there, the size of the workforce, and some information.
Well, presently we have been in Dublin for, I guess, 4 years now, since 2013. So 5 years, and I started actually 3 years ago, as you had just asked. When I came on board, there was only about 50 employees. When I say 50, actually, I was actually number 49. Okay. And then we are currently around 150. Wow. So I've hired that amount of people. Now we have lost some to other entities, such as the base when they are hiring. And then a few, Husqvarna and McRae took a few of our tool mechanics recently. So there are some struggles when it comes to when other companies are hiring that I have to, of course, replace those people. The company started in 1962 in a small garage with 5 people. So of those 5 was George Erdrich. Okay. He is the owner, or he originally started the company. He is now since retired. His son Nicholas is running the company along with 2 other board members. So they make all the decisions that we have to make every day. We have 5 facilities. There's 2 in Germany. Okay. There's 1 in Czech Republic, Dublin, Georgia, which is the only one in the United States, and then we opened 1 in China in 2015. Okay,
when you guys came here, day one, you didn't have 50 employees. What did you start with here?
Started with 1, and I'll give out a shout out to Beth Bozeman. She always likes to be known as employee number 1, and she knows I have to cut up with her about that. But she originally started and was working at City Hall downtown before the building was even built, along with Walter. He was the plant manager at the time. So when Beth came on, unfortunately for Dublin and Lawrence County, but Maguey Solar, Alan Bradley, the company she used to work for, had laid off several good employees. So it was actually good for them that they had a chance to find another job. But she brought on a very large amount, I guess I say large, the first 50 employees is people that she knew, that she had close contact with, or either they knew somebody. So the recruiting wasn't that bad at first. Now over the years it tends to get a little bit more trickier because we don't know the people and we have to do a lot of research.
All right, so we started with 1, grew to 50, grew to 150. And Jennifer, can you tell me, are there any plans underway for future expansion?
Yes, we're still growing. We projected to be 180 to 200 by 2019, which is next year. We actually grew faster than we had anticipated, and we outgrew our building, which is a good thing. We now rent 2 buildings that are our external warehouses, and that is the old Maguey Solar building and the old New Holland building. So we're in the process just this week, and it will be open. The New Holland building will be open Monday. Wow. And we will ship employees. I'll have at least 5 or 6 starting there Monday. Okay,
so you guys are growing, continuing to grow, look forward to future expansion, and a wide array of job opportunities at your company.
Yes.
So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about all those job opportunities and some of the unique things that you guys are doing to make sure that you ensure a quality workforce for years to come. We'll be right back.
I attended Oconee Fall Line Technical College, and like many others, I was considered a non-traditional student.
My classes at OFTC have taught me the different aspects of a criminal mind and the way the criminal acts.
The term non-traditional career refers to jobs that have traditionally been held by one gender. That would be like males in cosmetology or females in welding.
Anyone can do it, regardless of the gender, and As long as you put your mind to it, you can succeed and achieve all your goals.
The temperature is rising. Why not make a big splash with your family and friends this summer with a pool from Georgia Pools? A relaxed and a luxurious feeling of a hot tub or sauna. Georgia Pools has a large selection of pool chemicals and accessories from name brands like Polaris, Aquabot, Pro Team Chemicals, and more. Already have a pool and need a new liner? Give Georgia Pools a call today at 478-275-3607 or stop in and visit their showroom at 1201 Hillcrest Parkway, Dublin, Georgia. Georgia Pools, Middle Georgia's largest above-ground pool dealer. Financing is available.
Welcome back. Jennifer, again, thank you for joining me today and representing Erdrich today and as the HR director there. Before we went to break, we were talking about the fabulous growth that you guys have experienced there. And we mentioned that you are going to be hiring in the near future. So let's talk a little bit about jobs there and job opportunities. A person that's in our Dublin-Lawrence County school system, let's just start there. What opportunities do we have for those folks?
Okay, as a high school 10th grader, you could, we actually have an apprentice program. We started this program 2 years ago. When I say 2 years, I've been working on it 2 years, but our first student started last August. We had 5 students, and it's just not only a Erdrich, it's also a WEBA, so I want to make sure I give shout out to a WEBA, which is another German company located not too long down the road from us.
And probably a lot of the same needs as far as skill set.
Yes, definitely. They need tool makers, CNC operators as well as we do. So we partnered with WEBA and we created the program, our apprenticeship program.
Okay.
So we have 5 students and we rolled that program into the school system, and I would go in along with Eric Canada. He was a big help with the College and Career Academy. And we would meet with all the 10th graders, let them know about the program. Of course, there's some application process, there's an interview process, there's testing that has to be involved, and they do have to enroll with Heart of Georgia Tech.
Okay.
Or Coney Fall Line Technical College, I should say. It was known that for so long. But once they pass that and then they go through the interview process and then we feel like they're a fit for our company or for the program, we will select the only 10. We went through that process again not too long ago, and we have 10 students that will be added to the 5. So right now we have 15 apprentices. The other 10 will start in August of this year. So once school starts back, their schedules will be adjusted, and they will work with us 1 day a week, and then they will go to college 4 days a week.
Okay. And they're actually being paid,
They are being paid.
while they're working with you.
Yes.
So, and do you look to grow this program in the future?
Most
You went from 5 to
definitely.
10. Do you hopefully?
Well,
or-
10 is right now our max just for our potential growth. We don't want to like outgrow ourselves and have the students there and then not have a guaranteed job, because these students have a guaranteed job.
Okay.
Once they go through the program and they graduate, they are guaranteed a job either with us or with a WEBA.
Okay, and they actually start in the program during their 11th grade year? Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes,
Okay.
and it's a 3-year program. And the first year they're paid $12 an hour. And they even get to come in and work on the days that they're not at school. So say it's Thanksgiving holidays or Christmas holidays.
Make some extra money.
They are coming in working.
And as a student or as a parent watching the show today, if they are interested in their child maybe getting into this apprenticeship program, first off, city or county students can enroll in this program at the
Actually,
College
we
and Career
have
Academy,
city,
or no?
county, and we
Trinity?
even have homeschoolers.
Homeschool, okay,
Yes,
wow. So,
yes.
but they do need to come to the College and Career Academy.
Yes, they will have to go through, enroll in Oconee Fall Line Technical College.
And if they're in one of our local schools, they would work with their guidance counselor, I'm
That's
guessing, to figure out how to get into that program. Okay, so let's move a little bit, and congratulations on that, by the way. I know you guys have talked about it a lot, but I'm sure there are a lot of people in the community that still have not heard about the apprenticeship program, and you guys are kind of the pioneers here in Lawrence County for setting that program forth. So a lot of hard work that you did, Alex, and
But it's
I
paying
know a
off
lot
now.
of the team out there, so good job on that.
It's really, those kids, their work ethics are when you talk about millennials, which I know they're actually below that generational, but I mean, they're soaking up this information. They are coming to work with smiles on their faces, and
Fantastic.
it's very rewarding.
And I think you will continue to see that grow. That excitement usually breeds more excitement. I think we're going to see, I think I've heard a lot of local companies looking at what you're doing, and they're interested. I know you have actually I've actually referred people to you that have questions about your apprenticeship program as to how they can model that.
Great.
So that's great
glad to help them.
going forward. Okay, let's move a little bit past high school maybe, and let's say someone's graduated, or maybe even if they didn't graduate, but they finished, maybe they're in the 18 to 20, 30, 40, 50 years old range, but they're looking for employment. Do you have anything for them, and how do they go about applying?
Okay, so currently I do need an electrician. So I
Okay.
have been on the hunt for that for a few months now. We have done some resumes, but we're just trying to find that perfect fit for our company. It is third shift, so it's a little bit more difficult when you're trying to find people to work the off shift. Currently need tool mechanics. It's a huge need for us. We're always needing people in the quality department. Currently need some press operators. Most of these jobs are technical minded jobs, and they do need to have the blueprint skills, mechanical minded jobs. Now I don't
Okay.
have a lot of
So mostly skilled labor.
yes, definitely skilled
Not
labor.
a lot of just labor jobs. No. Okay.
Now, if I will say this, we do hire a lot of temporaries, and we use ETCON staffing currently. So if nobody doesn't have those skills, they can apply ETCON, and we have hired numerous employees from that, because we do have assembly type jobs, we have sorting part type jobs that we do hire on full time. But that's the best way to get their foot in the door, is to go through ETCON. That way we can, monitor their work ethics and their
And
attendance,
should we
et cetera.
say that's the only way? You can't just come out, or do we? Can you come out to the plant? I know you got a guard
Preferably
gate.
on the non-skilled jobs, and it's just sorting parts. We would probably try to give those opportunities to the employees that have come through ETCON,
Right.
and they have done their time, and they have
shown themselves
shown
worthy,
themselves, their
right.
soft skills, their attendance is great, their attitude is great. Those are the ones that we're looking for to hire on full time. But as far as the skilled jobs, they would have to send in a resume, and that would be to jennifer.crutchfield@erdrich-usa.com, or they can drop it off at the guard shack.
Okay. And let me ask you, I feel like I talk about this just on a daily basis, multiple times a day, but I don't think we can stress the importance enough. I'm certain to come to work for you guys, to be a full-time employee, drug testing and background checks.
Actually, just the drug test.
Just the drug test?
Yes.
Okay, no background
No
check.
background check.
Okay.
We have, we do, sure, we make phone calls to check references to somebody that we know, but we don't. It's one thing about the Germans, is they don't hold past against a person, and it's.
Sure. Well, and I want to take just a second while we're talking about workforce and the industry and background checks to make sure that people understand, and I hope I'm not speaking incorrectly here, but my understanding with a lot of companies, a lot of people are not applying for their jobs because of a background check. Well, if you have a previous history, maybe you spent some time incarcerated or something, child support or other issues, those things will not prevent you from
No.
working in an industry atmosphere. There are even some other more serious charges that, if they were not actually done on the job, would still not prevent you from working in an industry or manufacturing atmosphere. So I want to make sure people hear that and understand that. If you're not
definitely.
sure,
If you have
at
something,
least
at least
apply and see.
check on it.
Right.
But I know there are other companies out there that definitely do background checks, and I fully understand that, especially if it's, with the type of industry that they may be working for. But as far as my company and the company I work for, we do not.
Okay. Take just a minute, Jennifer, without giving exact numbers. If you can't do that, if you can, that's great. But give me a salary range from entry-level positions, maybe to some of your higher paid positions that you have, benefits, vacation, etc.
Of course. So an entry level would start out around $10 an hour, and could possibly be 10 to 12.
Okay.
depending on some skills.
Are
Our
these
technical,
the shift work you mentioned, possibly rotating?
Exactly. I'm glad you brought
Okay.
that up because we do have shift diff.
Okay.
So if they are on the second shift, from 6 p.m. of that particular night until 10:30, they'll get 7% on top of their base salary. If they work the third shift, they'll get 10% the whole shift.
Okay.
So that's just an incentive for someone to work the second and third shift. Technical, I would say the average is 15, 16 an hour. That's
Okay.
just coming in. Now, if you've got someone that has lots of experience and years of experience,
Could
the
be
pay is
higher.
always negotiable.
Okay.
In fact, well, I'm not going to give away of our secret when we talk about in our interview, but the pay is always negotiable.
Okay.
We'll either say yes or no, but it's something that we can negotiate.
And can you give me an idea, maybe top salary range or close to? I know you
It's
said
not
it's
mine.
negotiable. What?
Top range, I would say on the technical would be 20 to 25 an hour.
Okay. Benefits, you guys
Definitely.
doing health, medical, dental,
We
retirement?
actually offer insurance benefits day one. That's
Okay.
one of the decisions that the Germans made that I think is really, really good benefit. You can have some leverage sometime to get a new employee by saying, hey, you don't have to wait 30 days for insurance or 90 days. It's actually day one.
Okay.
We have vacation time, of course. We have sick time. We have free life insurance that the company pays for us. We also have free long-term disability the company pays for us. It's nothing out of our pockets. We have, let's see, what else do we have?
Sounds like
Drawing a
plenty
blank
already.
there,
So,
yeah.
so lots of benefits from day one, shift differential, and you guys are looking for more folks. So,
Exactly.
It's wonderful. We got a lot of folks we need to thank for allowing us to have this show today. So we're going to take a real quick commercial break, and then we'll come back and wrap things up.
Hello, I'm Taylor Knight from the Community Bank of Dublin, Lawrence County, and we offer great customer service. Come in today and let us open a checking, savings, or CD account for you. So come see us at the Community Bank of Dublin, Lawrence County, where we have been serving the community for more than 12 years.
What if there was a paint that had the power to awaken something old, or painfully dated, or something you simply thought was lost forever, because it could form a strong bond regardless of age? If a paint could give any time-worn surface stunning new life, you have to wonder, is it still paint? Regal Select Exterior from Benjamin Moore, only available at independently owned paint and hardware stores.
Available at Four Seasons Paint and Floor Covering.
Welcome back to the show again, Jennifer. Thank you for taking time out today. I know you guys are super busy over there, and we want to say a special thanks to Alex. He lets us borrow you quite
Yes.
often, whether it's the ambassador program where you're serving or any other events. You're a big chamber supporter, and as well as Erdrich and your support for the community here. You guys have been great sponsors, and we just really appreciate you. So going back to employment and working for you guys, are you seeing a big uptick in technology? Or things constantly changing? Or would we say maybe go get these particular skill sets and you probably would have a pretty long career with us?
I would say technical skills is on the rise. And I don't know if it's just because I'm in the manufacturing industry, but I mean, with Awiba as our neighbor, and I know what they're looking for too, it's technical skills is
Let's be a little more particular. When you
Okay.
say technical skills for the person that's watching, exactly what technical skills would they need?
I would say the best resource they could contact would be David Hall with Oconee Fall Line Technical College. The tool shop, the tool mechanic, the machinist technology is a good.
So these lathe operators, drill press
Yes.
operators,
Yes.
some of all of that?
Yes, and
Okay.
he is the instructor for that whole program. He is a huge resource for us, and when if someone contacts us and they want to know how they can get those skills, that's who I refer them to.
Okay.
And I I'm not mistaken, I think it's like a 2-year program, 2 to 3 year program.
And I've had some Kim and Erica and some other folks on from the Oconee Fall Line Technical College. Want to make sure again to reiterate, there's a lot of assistance. If folks have trouble with testing or they're worried about any of that, they've got programming out there to help folks pass those tests to get into the technical college. And then some of these skill sets that you're talking about are not really that difficult to learn. I know some of them, once you add on and get further into that industry or that field, there's some growth there. I actually worked in machine shop when I was in high school, so I'm pretty sure most people can do this if they apply themselves.
Can do it, right?
But one more thing I want to talk about real quick. It's always a hot topic. A lot of industries, I'm sure you guys just the same, soft skills.
Soft skills is very, very important, and sometimes I wonder if people even get it anymore, but it's getting to work on time. It's doing what your boss man asks you to do, your supervisor. It's just plain and simple.
And this is entry level to top
Entry level to top, yes, definitely. You know, follow the rules. You follow the rules when you're in high school and even in kindergarten. In fact, one guy told me one time, everything you know in life you learned in kindergarten. And it's true. It's like share with your coworker or, you know, follow the rules.
Well, and I've had a number of folks on the show that would say, if you can show up for work on time, have a good work ethic, a good attitude about work, and dress properly for the job, we can teach you how to do this work. Is that a fair statement for you?
It's very true. We can teach them skills all day long, but we cannot teach them those soft skills. That has to come from within. You know, motivation, how much do you want it? And it's even at the top. I mean, there's always room to grow, and how bad do you want to get there? I'm learning stuff every day, even with my job. And just actually went through a new software program where I had to learn. It was very stressful, but I knew I had to get it accomplished because it would benefit the company.
Right, and you want to continue to grow.
Exactly.
And I would say that to the viewer that's watching this program. I certainly did not come into the chamber industry as a chamber president CEO. I had to work under a chamber president CEO. To this day, I just mentioned to somebody the other day, I'm going on 11 years in this industry. Seems like I learned something still, and I don't know if this is good to say, but almost every day. But you do. You continually learn and grow in your company or your process. If you're not, somebody else is, and they're going to get ahead of you.
Most definitely.
So, Jennifer, I know you're not a marketing coordinator, but I'm sure you can do a good job at this. If you would take just a minute for me and look into the camera and let folks know what you would like for them to know about your company.
Well, I would like for you to know that I work for the best company in town as well as the best boss man. When I first started, I was very hesitant about working for a foreign company, but it has truly been very rewarding. The 3 days that 3 days, it seems like
3 years.
3 years I've been there. Very, very good people to work with. So I would like to shout out definitely to Alex and the German team for everything that you do for our employees. We appreciate you taking the opportunity to come here to Dublin and to give us these jobs. And we look forward to growing in the community and bringing even more people on board.
And to the person that's watching this show that may be interested one more time in coming to work for you guys.
No phone calls, please.
No, but what do we need from
Exactly.
these people? Who do they call, and how do they become involved?
You can drop a resume off at the guard shack. Usually you will see Mr. Ronnie Shoemate, one of the best security guards there. He's actually ex-Georgia State Patrolman.
And where are you guys located?
We are located at 112 Willie Parkway. It's right behind Friendly Gus, right off exit 49. We're actually right beside Valmira Glass at the end of the road. Or you can email me, jennifer.crutchfield@erdrich-usa.com.
Jennifer, thank you so much again for being on the show. Thank you for joining us. As always, we like to close our show by reminding you that it's a great day for business in Dublin, Lawrence County.